You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. We're going to continue where we left off on Marina Lear. This is Phenomenon Serendipity, and I am doing the remake of Marina's because I originally deleted that one, and now I'm going to do it again. So yeah. Anyways, enjoy. The circus was awesome. It had felt like a whole new life for her to just see something so beautiful, something so sparkling and so magnificent. However, the infestation, these creatures were attacking, and Marina, using her light powers, managed to fight back. But during that time, she got injured. And boy, she was really injured. Bleeding wounds and scars. She felt so dizzy from the blood. She was so stressed that she could not help but think of her father. Dad, I'm not gonna die on you. I know you want to see me. But I just want to live for you. I'm sorry, she thought sobbingly. Just then, just before she could give out, somebody managed to save her life. And she woke up. She was in the medical room. What? What am I doing here? I'm not dead, she thought. She sat up. Just then, a man in a white coat, and he looked very dashing, but also quite peculiar when it came to his pink hair. "Ah, you're awake," said the man. "Am I dead?" Marina asked with bewilderment. The doctor let out a chuckle. "No, not exactly. You're alive. You're just in the medical room. I believe your little friends are here. Right?" How did you... I can tell. You're quite an interesting young lady. Oh my God. So, you were the one that took care of me?" "Well, of course. I couldn't help but notice you were bleeding so much. You alright?" "Yeah, I'm fine." Man. Try not to move so much. I believe you have a lot of bleeding wounds. Just don't take it too hard, or you're gonna open those wounds again." "Yeah, okay. Thanks," Marina said. The doctor introduced himself as Akari. This guy was a bit of a strange man. Boy, was he handsome. Talk about a hot doctor for all that matter. He managed to treat Marina quite well. However, he couldn't help but notice the bite mark on Marina's wrist. Marina tried to say that it was just an animal, but that wasn't the thing that troubled him. Something about that bite mark. One minute it was a light pink, and then all of a sudden it became dark red with a hint of black to it. Something is not right about that mark on her, the doctor thought. Akari decided to investigate further and decided to take blood from her, just to check something. While analyzing Marina's blood, he was shocked to discover that there was some sort of chemical substance inside of her. But this was no ordinary chemical substance. This seemed to be a radical behavior kind. The one that can increase stress and, of course, insanity. It wasn't like any disease that he's seen. Heck, it wasn't even a disease before. something wasn't right. He decided to talk to Marina and ask about the bite mark. Marina tried to claim that this bite mark was nothing. She said that it was an animal. Are you sure it was an animal? Akari asked. Why are you asking me this? I told you it was just a stupid animal. I don't think it was any animal. I don't think this is any kind of rabies. What? What are you talking about? Something is inside of you. It's nothing deadly, but it seems to be causing your stress levels to increase, especially your sanity, he said. My sanity? My stress? What? Where did you get this idea? Look at the test results. Akari showed it to Marina. When Marina saw this, she was horrified. Now, what exactly were you bitten by? Okay, fine. It wasn't an animal, Marina said. It was a creature. It looked human, and it acted like an animal. Man, that thing was like so creepy to look at. Like its eyes were like so dark and filled with madness, and there was like red among them when they would go on a rampage. And they were so fast, and they were crawling on their hands and feet, sometimes their knees if they wanted to go faster. And when they jump on someone, their teeth just snap at you. I was trying my best to fight it off, and all of a sudden I get bitten on the wrist. I don't believe it was anything from Kafka, Akari said. What? Marina asked. Is this monster a Veruga? Akari asked. Veruga? What? It's a monster. Is it? I don't know. I never seen a Veruga before. It's an infestation, a voice said. As if on cue, it was Amphibian. Marina couldn't believe it. Sir, I mean, how did you get in here? Well, let's just say I have my ways, but that's not important. I believe these creatures are infestation, the ones that Circus saw. I believe you're from Circus? I am, Akari said. Would you mind if I explain it? Elem asked. Of course, Akari said. Once Akari got the whole story, now he understood. He was quite intrigued and decided perhaps joining Marina and the others would be a fascinating show. But Marina had to warn him that she had friends that were quite flamboyant, so he's better be prepared. Akari laughed this off, of course. How bad could it be, he said. Once they got back, Akari wasn't really expecting the troll face of Ichiya and the rest of the pretty boys. Hibiki, Eve, Ren, Jenny, of course, and Nichiya, the dog-looking version of Ichiya. However, he managed to warm up to Juanita, who was a lot different than the flamboyant. Marina didn't know how she was going to deal with a bunch of strangers here. But she had to work a little bit harder in order to fulfill her dreams. She wasn't sure what was going to happen next after all this was over. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I will see you all next time. I'm Catherine Donovan, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.